The Dead Space Remake might not be coming out until 2023, but a recent live stream from the developers has given a lot of promise for the level of quality and the changes that could be coming. Be warned, there is some comparison footage in here between the original Dead Space and the new Dead Space Remake, but the game is very much in development, and the live stream actually only focuses on what they're doing with audio in the game, which may not seem like that big a deal, but I think the series of videos that they put inside the live stream are actually pretty interesting. So let's jump into it. If you look here on the Dead Space YouTube page, what you'll see is the full stream, which is about an hour long over here. And then here's the 4 different videos that they produced today out of the live stream. These were basically topics they covered during the live stream. It includes the way that they're gonna handle audio as it acts in the game, as well as weapon sound effects, and also the Alive system, which is the very classic Dead Space HUD that's attached to Isaac Clarke's suit. Like his life bar, his vitals and everything is kind of just displayed in game, in fiction, which is a little bit different. And then there's the atmospheric walkthrough. So all of these videos have some really cool stuff. I'm just gonna hit the highlights, but if you're interested in this, you should go through and watch them all. They're pretty interesting, especially if you don't know that much about how games work, and I think it could be enlightening to see just how far they're willing to go for this remake, which seems like they're really doing their due diligence here. So let's look at this audio occlusion one. Before, in the past, audio used to only be generated from a single source, and it would bleed through walls and things. So in the video, they give a demonstration where here's the original Dead Space. The sound is coming from this corner over here, and then what the sound should actually be doing is like bouncing down the hallway. So what they've done is they've designed a system where now, based on where you're standing, the audio will kind of bounce around the environment and go through different materials in different ways and have different properties based on where you're standing.
Looking at the Headbanger corridor, you can hear as soon as the door opens, the sound is coming from the right side of the screen. The sound should realistically be traveling down the corridor to Isaac, but standing here, you can actually hear the sound coming through the wall. Now, let's take a look at our in-progress remake. You can hear the sound is now coming from the left, at the end of the corridor. The orange boxes you are seeing are portals we placed in the level, and the lines between them are the path the sound is traveling to get to Isaac.
So you can see the audio sources over there in the corner, and what they've done is they've built a way for it to kind of bounce around the hallway and come down to you. It's really, really cool. Super fascinating. I don't know if this is the best way to show it off, but I'm kind of in a hurry today. Just trying to lock up Roundup, But here's another example where they play music in here. There's music coming from outside of this room, like under the floor, I think. And the sound is traveling through the window, right? But not through the metal. So that's a really cool element of what's going on here.
Up above the world so high.
As the door closes, we start applying mix changes to the sound. When the door is fully closed, we move the sound source to the window and apply even heavier mix changes.
The weapon sound effects comparisons, they're pretty cool too. I think before it sounded pretty good, and now you can definitely hear the sound change based on kind of the environment. It feels a lot more dynamic than it did before.
Now let's have a listen to where we are at with our updated version.
The really, really cool thing that I got a kick out of was the Alive system, and it's wild. So in here, what they show is before, in the original Dead Space, there was actually some cool features for an old game that you wouldn't have noticed. In the original Dead Space, you could hear Isaac breathing in his mask, right? And it was just kind of this audio loop that they would play over and over again, and just no matter what he was doing, that loop would always kind of play. So if he was attacking or fighting, you could still kind of hear the sound effects overlapped.
If you listened carefully, you were hearing two voices at the same time. The exerted breaths didn't interject the bass breathing.
And now what they've done is they've gone through and they've made all of these systems to kind of track all of Isaac's actual kind of vital systems. So he actually like has a heart rate that they'll never surface, I think, in game outside of like diegetic information that they're going to give you. So if Isaac is running out of breath, he will deliver his dialogue differently than as if he was calm and relaxed. And the same thing as if he's hurt. It's really, really cool.
Nicole? It's me. Nicole? It's me. Nicole! It's me.
It's a wild system, and this kind of stuff is what kind of feels next gen to me. You know, it's like stuff we take for granted. But yeah, so there's now he has different states, and depending on what state he's in, his dialogue will change. So he'll sound more hurt when he's delivering like the same sound of dialogue. So now you're wondering, like, do they have to do like 3 times as many audio sessions to get all of these different inflections? And obviously this is all work in progress, but it's just a preview of what's to come with Dead Space and the remake and kind of what they're doing. And the designer, he does a full walkthrough, and he says this is like kind of the heads-up display here with the vitals in it. So if you're looking through, you can see, you know, if he's breathing in or breathing out, you can see like his heart rate and different things. And so based on what Isaac is doing, and if he runs for a long time, they've got like the heart rate will continue to kind of go up, and he'll get more tired. You know, they based it like on his age and stuff. There's a lot of details in here. So a lot of cool stuff. You don't usually get to see games in development like this. We don't usually get to see games like this in this state. Developers are usually very secretive. I mean, especially at big companies, you imagine like EA and stuff. They're very secretive about the sauce that goes into making their games. So it's super, super cool to get a look at a game that's in development, probably isn't coming out for another year and some change. And that's something we actually covered in a YouTube short. Just put a quick video together. There was a report on VentureBeat from Jeff Grubb who said Dead Space probably isn't coming out till 2023. It's just getting delayed, so the developers have more time to work on it. Initially, they were planning to release it for in October of 2022. It's probably not going to happen. Now it's going to be early 2023. So it's going to be a while to wait for this game, but it seems promising. Like, I have a lot of high hopes for this game that's really well loved. You know, Dead Space is an iconic trilogy. It became a classic IP. It really took everything that Resident Evil 4 had and put it in space, essentially, with its own kind of really cool and unique mechanics and designs and sounds and things like that. And it's cool to see them like treating this really well. So yeah, there's a lot of comparison footage in here, but you know, strong reminder that this is all in development, right? None of this is final. Even the audio clips they use for these like crazy new audio systems, they said it's just stand-in audio for now. It's not the finished product, but it all looks pretty promising. I'm super psyched to see how this game comes out. I hope you are too, so I just wanted to share this with you. Thanks everyone at home for watching. In the meantime, stay tuned to Inside Gaming, and we'll catch you in the next video.